Welcome back. We recruited Dr. Mordin Solus, but we're not done yet on Omega, because there's another dossier which is there, which is, of course, Archangel. So now it's time to go and see if we can recruit him. And see why all of these mercs want him dead so badly. We can find that out too. For some reason you always undock whenever you leave a space station in this game, because there's no separate airlock thing. You never go out the airlock like you did in Mass Effect 1. So you always need to redock. And, well, since we got a new crew member, I guess we're going to give him a try. Mordin. He has Incinerate like me, and Cryoblast also like me. And his loyalty power is Neural Shock, unlike me. And since last time we took Jacob, let's take Miranda this time. And I've got some leveling up to do. I've got 4 points, and I think I'm going to put 2 into Combat Drone, which keep it flying longer, and makes it more durable, and increase the frequency of its attacks. Which means I don't need to deploy it as often, because it'll stay around longer, and it won't get killed within 2 seconds. And I guess I'll put a point in Gav Shield Boost. For the moment, I'm kind of ignoring these 2 powers. Because, well, it is simply better to specialize in this game, because you don't get as many points. And it takes much more points to improve certain skills, because there's no intermediate stages that all cost 1 point. Alright, Miranda's got 3 powers, 3 points I can use. So let's give her upgraded warp. And of course Mordin starts from nothing, so let's level up him a bit. And not enough points to do anything else. Wait, that means Miranda has 1 more point than he does, for some reason. Okay. Weapons are fine, I think. We didn't really get anything. Well, except the M6, of course. We were already using that.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. Dr. Solus's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
Excellent. Knew he could do it.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Alright. Seems like the plague is dealt with. Gavorn. Apparently talk to this guy. Wait, didn't one of the Vorcha mention a Captain Gavorn before?
So, I heard a human went into the plague zone. Then I found out about a lot of dead Vorcha down there. You know anything about this?
Nah.
Dead Vorcha? No. Don't know anything about that.
Uh-huh. Right. Well, my job just got a whole lot easier.
What's your job here exactly?
I'm supposed to keep the Vorcha in line. Keep them out of Arya's sight. That's about it. Not much for me to do anymore. But the way those Vorcha breed, I'll have something to do soon enough.
There's an awful lot of Vorcha here. What are they planning?
Vorcha? Plan? They're a pestilence, nothing more. If they started planning, we'd all be in big trouble.
What's your job here exactly?
I'm supposed to keep the Vorcha in line.
Yep.
Not much for me to do anymore. But the way those Vorcha breed, I'll have something to do
I thought we got a
soon
new
enough.
one, but apparently not.
I'll just be going.
Keep up the good work.
That's what I get for not actually reading the options. The Merc recruiting station was in here. And I think maybe I'll go and see if there's anything new going on with Arya.
Arya has work for me. Here?
Apparently.
Arya has a job she needs doing. You up for some work?
That depends on what Arya has in mind.
Arya's gotten word that some blood-packed mercs plan to kill an old acquaintance of hers, a Krogan named Patriarch. She'd like you to keep that from happening.
We've met him before, of course.
What's the Bloodpack's problem with Patriarch?
If you've met Patriarch, you know. He can't keep his damn mouth shut. Some people don't appreciate his stories, especially when he dips into non-fiction.
What's Arya's interest in protecting him?
Patriarch was one of her deadliest enemies back in the old days. Now she keeps what's left of him around as a trophy. As long as he lives, he's a perfect example of what happens when you go up against Arya.
Why come to me? Arya's usual muscle not up for the job?
Because Arya said so. What other reason do you need?
People like Arya don't do things without a damn good reason. I want to hear it.
Fine, but I didn't tell you this. Got me? If it gets out that Arya's protecting Patriarch, well, that can look like a weakness. And some people might want to exploit that. You're not on her payroll, so you helping Patriarch just seems like a random act of kindness.
You know, if it's so important that nobody finds out, you might want to try keeping your voice down.
I'll look into it.
Good. Patriarch's downstairs, likely surrounded by his fans. Get him into hiding until the mercs move on. Come back here when it's done, and you'll get your due.
I'll be back when the job is done.
Good luck.
I guess we can do that first. Archangel will have to fend for himself a little bit longer.
A Vorcha, a blight on Omega society, or a boon for the station's depressed labor market.
I'm gonna say blight. Hey, we've got a new bartender.
Welcome to Afterlife. How may I serve you?
Pour me a drink. Hold the poison.
Oh yes, I heard about my predecessor's little scheme. I'm very glad you survived. I've been instructed to give you drinks on the house. Rest assured that they will contain no illicit ingredients you haven't asked for.
Good. How about that drink?
Welcome to Afterlife. How may I serve you?
I'll just have something to drink.
Of course.
You did ask for one after all. More blue stuff. And why they store drinks in Smarties tubes in this universe, I don't know. Let's talk to Patriarch.
You again. Greetings.
Some people want you dead. I've been asked to move you to safety.
Well, of course. Arya wouldn't want me hurt. It would make her look bad. Perhaps Arya's reputation is no longer my concern. Perhaps I will stay. See who thinks me important enough to kill.
Here's an idea. Let me handle the assassins for you.
And so your name grows, while I remain an old man who lets others fight his battle.
No. You remain a powerful warlord with forces at his command. Not just Arya's trophy.
Well, you could be my Trent, fighting for my honor. If you would do this for me, I would be grateful. I might even be a Krogan again.
Find the thugs in or near Afterlife and kill them on behalf of the Patriarch. I guess we need to do that then. Let's see. Find the thugs in or near Afterlife. Yes, we read that. In or near Afterlife. Well, that's not awfully specific. I guess we'll see if we can figure out where they are. I don't remember, I have to say, so... Ah, well, that was easy.
Out of our way, human.
You here for Patriarch?
What if we are? You gonna do something about it?
Patriarch sent us. Said to do whatever it takes.
Your Patriarch's Krant? I wasn't aware the old man had one.
You should have done your homework.
Well, that was a lot easier than I expected. Didn't even have to fight myself. I honestly did not remember they were right out there, but it seemed an obvious place to look.
You were right to come to me. You killed them all. And everyone knows that the Patriarch is not to be crossed. Thanks to you, Arya may think of me as more than a trophy. A real advisor, maybe. Or even a threat.
Indeed. It's going to be interesting to see how that stirs things up.
Take care, Patriarch.
For the first time, I like that name. By the way, be careful with Arya. She will approve of what you've done, I think. But not of you altering the balance of Omega. I think it reminds her too much of herself.
Well, that's her problem then. I'm not interested in taking over this dump, so... as far as that's concerned, she needn't worry.
The hunt is on for Omega's public enemy #1, and this time, there is no escape.
I assume they're talking about Archangel. Let's talk to Grizz.
Arya wants to speak with you, human. She heard you took on the Blood Pack assassins yourself. I wouldn't keep her waiting.
Let's see what the Pirate Queen has to say about what we did.
Word has it that Patriarch's Krant took out the men sent here to kill him. Funny, I didn't know he had a Krant.
Patriarch has more influence than you thought.
I see. Well, maybe I should watch my back then. It's not what I asked, but you got the job done. Do you need something else?
Actually, I think that now that we've done that, we can ask her about her past again. And she may actually answer this time.
We friendly enough to talk about who you were before, Omega?
You're reaching back centuries, Shepard. Long before anything that should matter to you.
So why keep it secret?
No reason, from your perspective. But there are plenty of people out there with long memories. I've had a few careers, a few names. Commando training, mercenary leanings. I've kept what was valuable and dropped the baggage.
I thought you were in charge. Why so scared of your past?
I have nothing to fear on Omega. That doesn't mean I want to broadcast my past to the galaxy. You'd be surprised how long some entities can hold a grudge. This little exercise with Patriarch? A footnote. Not even the first Krogan I've pissed off.
You're important, but also isolated. No other allies out there to back you up?
I lean toward a particular type of work. It tends to encourage professional rivalry. Sometimes you'd rather disappear than be forced to kill someone.
You couldn't have started here with nothing. You must have been someone important.
I've always been important, even if others didn't recognize it. So yes, I had money to start this operation. I also had creditors who thought they were more entitled to it. I let them chase a ghost. Or several. It's relatively easy to outlive a Solarian, but not their record-keeping.
Kind of reminds me of John Rhys-Davies' character in... what's that series called? Shogun, that was it. which, where he basically says, I am important because I act important.
Alright, I'll drop it.
Better luck next time.
And I think Arya and Patriarch is a new option.
Sounds like you and Patriarch have a history.
Our history is Omega's history. Long, bloody, and always ending in my favor. The details are complicated.
They always are.
When I arrived, Omega was lawless, a land of opportunity. I built alliances and destroyed the fools who wouldn't get in line, which was most of them. But Patriarch, he was something different. A powerful friend.
Friends?
I'm surprised you were ever anything but rivals.
We were allies for 100 years. I suppose he decided that was long enough. Wasn't a surprise when he turned. He controlled the muscle, my people contributed more subtle action. Espionage, politics, assassination. Fortunately for me, his men had become accustomed to certain benefits of working with Asari.
Superior intel? Assassination?
That's cute. No, I took advantage of certain skills my people try to downplay. Patriarch's men abandoned him in droves. In the end, we fought face to face on this very spot. The toughest fight of my life. But of course I won.
Patriarch doesn't sound like something an Asari would come up with.
I found it humorous. He wanted power, and we pretended he had it with a word that doesn't exist for my people. I eventually found a certain respect for the title and the man.
So you kept him around as a trophy?
I did. A trophy and an example. Whenever someone thought about taking me on, I pointed them to Patriarch. Dignity is one of the few commodities not available on Omega.
Interesting, but let's move on.
Do you need something else?
Not right now, because after all, we've already asked about Archangel before.
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
Why don't you find a nice girl to keep you warm in the meantime? You look like you need to loosen up a little.
Yeah, sorry, but Liara ain't here. Alright, let's talk to the recruitment office. Oh, office, it's a room in a bar. But anyway.
I hear you're recruiting.
Why don't you step inside? You'll get paid when the job's done, just like everyone else. Who's next? You three look like you could do some damage. Looking for a good fight?
Sure, if this is the place to go after Archangel.
This is the place. Standard fee is 500 credits each. You get paid when the job's done. If you die, your friends don't collect your share. You'll need your own weapons and armor. Looks like you got that covered. And no, this does not make you a member of the Blue Suns, Eclipse, or the Blood Pack. You are a freelancer, period. Any questions?
Why are the mercs working together to take down Archangel?
You haven't been on Omega long, huh? He does everything he can to screw with us. Shipments go missing, operations are compromised. Every month it gets worse. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits. And men.
Is he a heavy hitter? How many merc bosses are involved in this attack?
Yeah, Tarek runs the Blue Suns, but all three bosses are overseeing the operation. Jarrett's leading the Eclipse and Garm's the head of the Blood Pack. Tarek's in charge, but the others would never say that. I'm surprised they're in on this at all, but I guess getting rid of Archangel is worth it.
Sounds like we may have an opportunity to do more than just recruit Archangel. We can also thin out some of these merc bands.
What do we do once we're there? How do we get to Archangel?
The mercs will tell you when you get there. Last I heard, they were putting the freelancers into scouting groups. They attack in waves to distract Archangel while we try to get past his defenses.
I don't like the sound of that plan.
So we're just fodder for his bullets?
If you don't like it, don't sign up. But if you do your job right, it's easy credits. Besides, what are the odds he can kill all of you?
Pretty good, actually. considering I know the situation there. Well, of course, not so much all of us, but he has a very good vantage point to shoot people from, so...
Seems like a lot of trouble for just one guy.
You had a whole team, but we've dealt with them. Now he's just one guy. But he's got the advantage. It's his base of operations and he knows we're coming. He's planned for an attack like this. We've lost a lot of men trying to get to him already.
It's gonna be tough to get to him.
Like chasing a Vorch out of the sewer pipes. But that's where we're recruiting. If we just keep throwing fighters at him, we'll get him eventually.
You might want to take a more strategic approach. Would cost less lives.
Where's the attack taking place?
Archangel's base of operations. He's been hiding right under our noses. I can't tell you exactly where you're going, but we'll get you there.
Where do we go?
Just head over to the transport depot outside the club. One of our boys will take you from there. Send in the next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
You look a little young to be freelancing as a merc.
I'm old enough. I grew up on Omega. I know how to use a gun.
You'll need to know more than that if you want to survive.
I can handle myself. Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol and I want to use it.
Get your money back.
Hey, what are you...
Trust me, kid. You'll thank me later.
He looks very sad, but we did him a favor. Because he will die if you don't do this. You'll actually see him come with you. You will see him during the attack, and you will see him get killed. So this is in many ways a preferable option. Alright, the transport is over on this side. See, there it says transport. I hope that wasn't it. Oh right, the Blue Suns guy was standing here. We noticed him before.
I'm on the mission.
I hope you're ready. Archangel's been annihilating you freelancers.
You are here to give the troops morale, right?
Ready when you are.
Get in.
Let's see where we're going this time. Quite deep into the bowels of Omega, if this diagram is anything to go by. I'm gonna stick with Miranda and Mordin. After all, they didn't get to do anything yet. But I'm actually going to switch Miranda's appearance, because one of the really silly things about her is that she fights in this ridiculous outfit with heels. How that is supposed to protect her, I don't know. And the DLC appearance pack gives her some actual armor. It unfortunately also gives her a visor, which kind of looks silly. But still, it's not too bad. And at least the armor is a bit more appropriate than her regular outfit. No alternate appearances for Mordin. Yet, anyway. None from the DLC.
It's about time they sent me someone who looks like they can actually fight. They tell you what we're up against?
The recruiter was a little vague.
We wouldn't get many hires if everyone knew the truth. Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way in is over a very exposed bridge. It's a killing ground, but he's getting tired, making mistakes. We'll have him soon enough.
You guys have a plan?
A small team is waiting to infiltrate his hideout, but we need to draw Archangel's fire so they can move in.
And that's where we come in?
Exactly. You'll be on a distraction team. Head straight over the bridge and keep Archangel busy so the infiltration team can sneak in behind him.
Sounds a bit like a suicide mission.
Pretty much, but you look like you can handle it. Head up to the boulevard and get to the third barricade. Talk to Sergeant Katka. He'll tell you when to go in.
So the bridge is the only way to his hideout?
Exactly. Archangel collapsed all the underground passageways and sealed the doors to the lower levels. We've got teams digging, but it's taking too long. If they can get the gunship flying again, that'll help. But I'm hoping the infiltration team will finish the job and we can all go home.
They were using a gunship to take out one guy?
Yeah, and Archangel shut it down. He didn't destroy it, but he knew just where to hit it to disable it. It wasn't even a fair fight. At least not for us.
Where's the infiltration team now?
On the far side of the bridge near his hideout, but they can't get any closer without being seen.
How'd they get that close without being seen?
More distractions. Patriarch used a gunship to keep Archangel busy. We were able to sneak a few men into his hideout before he took it down, but they're stuck there. We need to keep Archangel focused on the bridge, so he doesn't find them and wipe them out.
What do you know about Archangel?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just do logistics. Patriarch and the other merc bosses have been dealing with him for a while now. But don't be surprised if they're not thrilled about talking to a freelancer.
I better go find Sergeant Kethka.
Good idea. Watch yourself on the boulevard. Archangel's killed dozens out there already.
Getting in, simple enough. Getting out, problematic.
Let's find him first. Then we'll figure out how to get back.